Alright, hey guys, welcome to my first video. And in my first video, I really didn't know what to do, so I kind of just said, why not do something that I really like and something that's easy to do? And that is bee hopping, of course. Now, bee hopping is a really kind of, you could say it's not necessary, but it's surely a good thing to learn in Counter-Strike. Now, bee hopping, if you don't know what bee hopping is, it's basically getting your base speed, your base max speed above 250 units per second. And as you can see my base speed up here. The VEL or velocity is shown by how many units I travel per second. Now, of course, standing still, I go absolutely nowhere. But running with a knife, I go 250 units per second. Now, what bunny hopping is trying to accomplish is going above 250. As you can see, every time I'm above 250, I'm going faster than somebody with a knife. Now the possibilities with bee hopping are relatively endless. You can just do this with an op or, any really heavy weapon that slows you a lot, and you could just go faster than somebody with a knife. Especially in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I'm on Source right now because I got False Backman on Go, so I'm kind of just, chilling on Source. So basically what uh, you want to do to start off your bunny hopping experience, if you could even call it that, is you want to start off by actually learning how to strafe. Now, learning how to strafe is one big thing, and it's not really so easy to accomplish. I haven't even mastered strafing yet. And I've mastered my timing, but I haven't mastered my strafing, so I'm not a good bee hopper in Global Offensive, but I'm a lot better at bee hopping in Source than I am in Global Offensive. I don't really know why. I'm better at a lot of things in Source, to be honest. I'm actually terrible at Global Offensive. But anyway, besides the point. So, what we can see here is by strafing, I'm achieving more than 250 units per second. That's what makes you go fast. And as you can see, I'm just holding A and D and I'm just kind of moving my mouse with it, so you can see that when strafing, you get more than 250 velocity per second, or units per second. So, that's what bee hopping does, is when you're in the air, strafing, you're gaining speed. And you just don't gain speed like, and you can just walk on, you have to hit your hops, and that's why it's hopping. Is because you're gaining speed and you're keeping that speed above 250. Now, I don't know what the max is on Source, but I know the max on Global Offensive is 310. Now, when you go above 310, it doesn't knock you down to a common misconception, which is 185. It does not knock you down that far. It knocks you down to 285, so you're still going faster than running speed. When you miss a hop, that's when you go to less than 250. You go to 185 there. That's a common misconception. Now, now that you kind of got the basis of what bunny hopping is, strafing. Now, I kind of mentioned this, but I didn't really babble on. I just kind of lost track. Is strafing is, once again, moving in the air. And how you do this is you either go A for left and D for right, as that's kind of, the basis. So, when you're in the air and strafing, do not hold W or that happens. Okay? This happens. You do not want that to happen. You want this to happen. Okay, I was holding W by accident. You want this to happen. Alright? As you're moving more in the air. When you're holding down W, you're probably moving about that far away from this line. But when you're not holding, you can go all the way over here, and that's just with a very short showcase. Now, being a good strafer is probably the most important part. Other than timing, strafing is what's going to make you actually go fast. So, what you do with strafing is you kind of want to imagine there's a line right here. You want to follow this line and try and hit your hops on the line itself. You don't want to go off like this, or else you're just going to go super slow. Now, when you become a more experienced bee hopper, you can just, like, say, fuck it, why not? Just go a little bit off the side and stuff. And when you get there, you get there. You will just start to naturally develop a skill for bee hopping, and you'll understand everything that you can do when it comes to bee hopping. Now, on to my second part, which is actually hitting your hops. Now, of course, I'm not just using spacebar, or I'm using it right now just to try and show you how difficult it is. I can't even hit a hop. I'm using my mouse wheel, of course, and this is what everybody's going to tell you who's a bee hopper. Every single person who actually hits their hops uses scroll wheel. And the reason for this is because the scroll wheel, every single time your scroll wheel ticks, you jump. So, you're basically spamming the jump button so you can actually have a better chance of hitting your hops. And now how you do this is you go into the console and you type in bind M wheel up to, okay, you know what, fuck it. M wheel up to plus jump. And that's what's going to make you jump if you scroll your mouse wheel up. And you can do the same applies with mouse wheel down. That's also what keeps it from going down and up. So if I scroll up, I jump. If I scroll down, I jump. If I press space, I jump. That's why we do plus jump, so I can still use the space bar for jumping. Sorry about that. And now, when you hit how to hit a hop is basically, it's all on timing. It's all in practice. Practice, practice, practice. And this is what a lot of people are afraid of when it comes to bee hopping or really anything, is they're scared of practicing. You have to practice. I've been practicing for a really long time now, and I'm not even that good at bee hopping. My friends, they've been bee hopping for years, and they've just now started to master it. Now, you might go on the internet and look at, like, LolU or Hopping Around and see, like, how do they do it so well? It's because they literally they probably hop more than they play the actual game itself. Now, when you hop is, you kind of want to, right before you hit the ground, you want to start spamming. And right before you hit the ground will give you enough time for everything to run and process, and for you to actually jump. You don't want to jump, you don't want to try and calculate to where you're literally on the ground, and by then you're going to actually fail your jump. So, with all these kept in mind, you can also check your speed by typing in console CL_show pause space 1, and that will show you your actual speed by giving you this little prompt up here. So that's how you can kind of keep in practice, and with all these things said on how to bee hop, it's going to take you a lot of practice, and when you get it, you'll get it down, you'll master your timing soon. It's a really fun thing to learn. It's not a necessity to learn, but it's definitely helpful. So, with all these things to keep in mind, if by learning how to hop, it's just going to improve your game, your skill, and it's more of a skill-based thing. Like Counter-Strike is, it's a skill-based game, bunny hopping is a skill-based thing. You can't just pick it up from the first day. You have to have some practice with it. It might seem complicated, but after you kind of take your time and wrap your head around it, I'm sorry if anything was kind of shoddily explained, was explained relatively bad. This is my first YouTube video, and I'm trying my best, so leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want any more games, suggest what games you want me to play, and I'll be sure to try and play them. Now, also, if you want to give me any type of feedback, feel free to leave some feedback down in the comments below, and I'll have my Steam name and everything else in the description below. So, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I hope you guys have a great day.